if they get through, that the yellow cards aren't a factor for the playoffs.
UFV in their whites, UNBC, the visiting team, in their blacks. As we're off and running here, you can see as the first ball's played forward, the different bounce it took in this rainy weather here tonight. UNBC looking to work it up the field. That one out of play.
And UFV already working with the conditions, having an idea that Manila has realised it might not go out of bounds. The water's held it up, and he's gone there, and they've got the ball higher up the field.
Manila able to keep it in, but just out of the reach of Richardson. Good steal there. Now working in towards the box. Can he find some space? At the top, it's Brar, and he picks it out. What a start for UFV.
Wow. Have a seat.
An absolute dream start for UFV. Up 1-0 early in a win that they'd love to have here today. What a start on way to that. Pandita a little trouble taking that one down.
Yeah, you can see the ball holding up a little bit in the water already. It's going to be a factor tonight, and it's going to be a game of mistakes, you know. The team that makes the less mistakes will probably win this tonight, but the ball's going to hold up. It's not a passing game. We should tell the players in this condition, you've got to pick the balls a little bit and get them off the ground and play them in the air a little bit to keep playing and get good passes in. If you try and ping him along the ground, the water's going to hold it up.
That was my mistake on the goal as he got it at the top of the box. I thought it was 19, not Rangi 13, who actually put that one home. My apologies on that one, but what an effort by Sharandeep Rangi to put his team on top in this one.
What a good finish. That wasn't an easy shot either, but he's pinged it in the top corner, and the goalkeeper has absolutely no chance.
In the first minute by number 13, Sharandeep Rangi. Assisted by number 8, Taylor Richardson.
Keeping that, no, Manila just unable to keep that one in on the line.
Actually, it wasn't a bad. What a great start for Rangi. He's got to feel a bit confident right now.
Absolutely.
I just need to be more mindful. It's like I kind of over-concentrate on a certain aspect of it.
Manpal Brar is on the bench to start this one, but a number of UFV players not on the bench to start this one, going with a little shorter bench here today.
The offside call on the 3 centre-backs, 3 at the back, with 2 wing-backs who will become wingers when they get possession, and if they lose possession there'll be 5 at the back, they'll become defenders. So the teams are fairly well balanced in the way they approach each other, and the best team should win it. So I see who's the better team tonight. Coaches adjust to that,
right.
And if one's getting more advantage, they're quite happy, but the other team that's not having the advantage, they need to adjust and sort that out as well. And the coaches these days have 2 or 3 plans to have different, which again, is it?
No, just not
off
quite.
the line. Off the line. The linesman right up to the corner flag, had a great view across there and saved on the line.
UFV.
He's having a blinder already. He's only played 5 minutes.
Great start for the Cascades offensively as Manila with a strong throw into the box. It'll come back to him. Working it towards the middle. Couldn't quite find the space there, Mahea. And now could the rush be on the other way? A big touch forward. What a recovery by Pandita.
What a great tackle that is. And what he's done well, Pandita, is tracking the player down, stayed with him, patient, not dived in, but when the tackle was there, he's made it. Perfect timing in these conditions. I love to see that. Great tackle. And a good break from UNBC. I think they've done well getting forward and getting that break on.
Cokes gets to that one first. Ended up having to leave last game for a brief time. Took a few knocks.
Poor touch from Richardson there, and he got away with that one though. Touch like a trampoline, as we say.
Mahea over the top looking for Richardson. Played out for a throw.
And again, the pressure's paying dividends, and again, another coach and get him finished off. And I think for the most part, UFB try to do that. They are pressurising well.
Strong throw in. Sidhu couldn't quite find it, still in a battle for it.
That just needed to be played back to Manila, that one. He should have had that one back, and he's got an open chance to get across in.
Mahea looking for some space to get across in here. He'll elect to play it off the defender instead and out for a corner.
Yeah, Mahea really not much of an opportunity to get there. Certainly got the talent for it.
The left-footed Minhas will stand over top of this one and curl it in.
That's a great corner.
Oh, Richardson got to it. The ball bounced
I'll tell
right
you
in
what,
front of him.
Tom, there could be 3 up. It's a great
They
corner,
could.
that in, and in the box, players with a foot on it. That should be slotted home. But a good start for UFV. 1-0 up, could be 2 or 3.
Richardson with it now. Cascades looking to keep the pressure on. Momentum all in their favor at the moment. Looking to keep it going. A ball played in towards the back post over the head of Manila. Can't track that one down.
Not a bad little ball over the top there. Manila just underneath it. Sometimes it's best to hold your run a little bit wider. You can always run in towards it. But it's natural for players to run into the box and get in there. So not a lot wrong with that. Could have been a better ball. But look at Manila where he is now. He's dropped right back into the full-back spot. They've obviously got the defence well organised, and defences win championships. If you get good defenders all over the field, that's what wins championships. Good players can score goals and win games for you, but good defenders will win championships.
UNBC with literally only seconds of possession this game so far. UFV controlling everything thus far.
UNBC just sitting back towards nearly the halfway line before they apply any pressure, so it gives UFV a little bit more time to build up and play out from the back. One of the dangers of that is they can get a bit complacent sometimes, and a little change of plan and a bit of quick pressure by one of the forwards could put them in trouble. So they've got to be a bit careful. But UNBC just sitting back and pressurising from halfway. On a night like this when it's cold, I'd say full pressure. Get at them. You know, you're not going to sweat. You're not going to be overheated. Get in, get stuck in, win your challenges, get up front.
Minor and his centre back partner Gispers pass it back and forth.
Fell over, tackled by the invisible man.
Tough one there, but back into position with the rest of his teammates looking for a steal here. They put a little bit of pressure on. UNBC able to work out of it. Ball over the top now. Didn't quite do what he wanted to with that one.
Yeah, good little passing sequence there from UNBC. The ball into the box was a little bit off to what he would probably like. Didn't give the player a chance to get on the end, but they're looking to try and pass it and keep it. Good to see.
Their first real run of possession so far in this first half. UFV looking to continue the momentum they've built up. Can they work forward with it now? Minhas with a good turn. Had an option down the line, but he'll slow it up. Panditha way up the line. He'll work it back. Switching it now as Sidhu gathers it. Sidhu to Rangi as the Cascades work upfield. Rangi feeling a cross now, but didn't get a hold of that one. UNBC wasting the steal though.
Don't fix it. They've had some success from this, so all it needs is a good flick on, and first one of the knockdowns will get something out of it. And he contradicts me and plays a short one.
We'll see if the weather's a big factor in those attempts tonight. Mejia steals it back for the Cascades. Rangi's got some options on the far side.
Rangi's done well. He's played everything simple.
Panditha. It's a little bit of pressure on from UNBC on that side of half, but when it comes back to the Cascades side, they sit back. Sidhu looking for some options.
Shot that one. Shot that one.
Played out of the back. Mejia now. Played over the top, and that one just out of play.
I got it.
Out the back line now for the goal kick. They'll play that one quick. We'll see if UNBC can gain any sort of possession here now. Had one good run just a few minutes ago up the field. Good sequence of passing. They need to have some patience to do the same here again. Looked for a moment like he might try something over the top, but thought better of it. UNBC working it upfield. little bit of a crossover there. Finding a little bit of space in the middle, working it back, some space on that outside now if they want to go that way. Working it forward and a little ambitious over the top.
Yeah, the play in midfield's quite good from UNBC. They're holding the ball, they're passing it, they're keeping possession top. A little bit predictable and quite easy for the UFV defenders to deal with that, and the goalkeeper. But what a perfect night to play. It's quick and slick, so you can get your tackles in, and the ball's got to play little tricks on players. It's going to hold up and it's going to skid on the grass. So
rain not coming down as hard as it was just before kickoff. Still a light drizzle out there. UNBC working it up the field, looking for one over the top. Does the winger have a break here? He does. Can he cut in? He can. Can he pick something out now? Defender in with the slide.
And he's done very well there with that run down.
Elected for the short one across the face of the goal, but it results in a corner kick. Played towards the top of the box. Still up for grabs here as it trickles outside the 18. UNBC will work back. Ando looking to play it in. Sadu meets it first.
And fairly comfortably dealt with by UFV. A little bit high for me at the corner, a little bit too long in the air, which should be a defender's ball. 30 yards from goal to UNBC.
Ando gives way to Ben Kay, who puts it down the line, and he'll make a run now. Can he find Ben Kay? No, he keeps it himself, but Preston wasn't able to find any room past the strong foot of Manila.
Yeah, Manila did quite well there defending. A little bit too tall for me there. He needs to get a bit low so he can see the ball. But he's done the job. He's got it out of bounds. It's something that's creeping into the game, closing down, but staying too tall. And I've always been an advocate of they've got to get in the sprint position, which is getting crouched low. So if you have to get going, you can get moving quicker, get a good grip on the grass with your studs and take off and be a little bit quicker when you're in a crouched position. You don't stop.
UFV pushing up the field. Back line. Barrett is telling his players to move up with him. Rangi works it forward now. Minhas gets a good bounce. Could he be in? Defender did well as a last-ditch effort there. And kept in, actually, by UNBC.
Rangi's made some good decisions so far in this game. Everything he's done it with quality, you know. That was a great ball forward. It was a little side foot volley to play it forward, but it causes problems.
And
he's had a strong game so far.
In with another steal and pass right on cue there. And it results in his...
Yeah, there's another player who's got ability. He's full of confidence. Give him the ball. That's the players you want on the ball.
Manila with a strong throw, looking for the flick on by Sadu. Going to be a race for it here, and Panditha gets it out of the reach of Henman. Henman, the leading scorer of the UNBC team. UFV will be eager to keep him off the ball all night.
Yeah, Panditha doing well there, but Zanata, which nobody will see and they'll probably notice, was in a terrific covering position if it had gone behind him. He's covering as well as watching the game, and he's in a great position, and that's as important as the guy defending.
Right, makes him able to make that play comfortably, knowing he has the support. UNBC looking for some support on the back line as they work it back and wait for something to open as UFV puts a little bit of pressure on here. Work out of it, and Preston works it down the sideline.
Oh, he's done very well.
Good passing sequence there, leads them in to the box now. Taken down. Can they get a shot on this one? UFV keeping their shape well. He finally does. A little chip and a goal. Well executed on the finish.
Terrific goal. 1-1, game on. Well done, UNBC. They really did well passing the way through that, put that ball in behind. It played it inside the fullback rather than the outside, and it's caused problems, and they've got the goal because of it.
They've
Good
had
game so far.
Absolutely. UNBC has had a few chances with good lead-up play, but they haven't had that quality finish. They waited, had patience on that one, and found the quality finish.
Yeah, I think the UFV defenders will be a little bit miffed about that one, that the ball's played inside. It's something, it's because he's probably out of position a little bit, it's allowed that to be played in, and I think it's one of the most dangerous passes in the game, inside the fullback.
Played to the outside. Can he keep it in? He can. Panditha trying to recover. Cuts him off. Cross coming in now. Dealt with by Barrett.
Now that's got to give UNBC a lift, and it certainly has. They're coming flying now.
Absolutely, coming forward with a lot of pace here and have many options going forward, so he'll slow it up. Mejia with the ball on his foot in a dangerous position moving forward. Pass into Minhas was not dealt with. The keeper will have to deal with it now.
Yeah, Minhas' first touch says let him down a little bit. Got to keep possession with that.
UNBC Timberwolves' first goal scored in the 17th minute by number 23, Cody Greaves. Assisted by number 10, Abu Cisse. Greaves from Cisse in the 17th minute.
Sidhu a little bit guilty of giving the ball away there and causing problems for UFV defenders. Needs to be a little bit more tidy in getting his passes out of there.
UFV dealing with a little bit of trouble now. UNBC certainly has found some confidence after finally breaking through. UFV got to be careful here.
I've said it many times, the difference between a good player and a bad player is confidence, and scoring goals gives you confidence. So UNBC looked a little bit under the gun a bit, and UFV looked strong. They've got the goal. They're well back in this game here, and they're quite a good little team and passing the ball, keeping possession, trying to build up. They're not out of this anywhere by a long chalk.
Richardson. Players couldn't quite get linked up on that far side. UNBC throw.
It's got to be difficult for the goalkeepers tonight in these conditions, especially if you stand around not doing a lot for a long time and trying to keep your concentration, and when something comes near you've got to deal with it. It's a discipline and a concentration job for goalkeepers to do that. Not called upon quite often in a game, some of them, and when they have to be called upon, they've got to react.
Yeah, both goals coming as the first shots on target. Neither keeper able to see a shot and make a save yet.
No, neither keeper at fault on any of the goals. They're both good goals. Top corner, sometimes you just wave and you say, well played, son. But that's a difficult goal they've scored there, UNBC. It chipped into that corner. Looks easy, but it's a very skillful thing to do, and it's not as easy as it looks.
No, made it look easy.
The good players make it look easy.
So, which team can get the next great chance? Mejia hopes it's UFV as he plays one forward towards Richardson, just out of his reach. Out for a throw.
A little bit of a giveaway for UNBC in midfield there. Mejia taking advantage of it. Let's see who gets into the second phase and any knockdowns, who's the first ones there. And again, he plays it short, which is good. Rangi might get a cross in.
Rangi will elect to take another couple touches. Now it comes in from Manila. Dealt with on the back end by Minor. A race on for it now. Panditha able to get to it. Good turn there to get some space down the wing. Panditha with a nice move, and the defender recovers there.
Yeah, Panditha with a very good run there and taking players on. And
Long
predict me
throw.
again, are we getting a long one? It's going to go long.
Here's the long one.
Bit short though.
Yeah, didn't quite get what he wanted on that one. But turned over back to Mejia, but unable to find the space. Stays right here in UFV's possession.
I think a player like Mejia with his skill and his ability, so you've got to give him that confidence to say we believe in you. Don't be frightened to try something. Have a go. It's got ability.
Sadu with a good flick on here. Just over the head of the second wave. The player's coming a little shorter for Manila that time, knowing he might not have as good a grip as he usually does tonight. And they had a great chance out of that one. UFV working it forward again. Panditha just about slips there.
Yeah, it's slippery out there.
Played to the back line as Barrett works it to the outside. Minhas. Little flick on there. Back to Minhas. Minhas finds a little space on the outside. Cut off well there by the defender. No foul committed though as they get the steal back. Richardson looking for some space and off a black shin pad.
quite an entertaining game with UNBC. He's been around a long time coaching, a lot of experience. He knows what he's doing, and he's got the team well organised.
Short throw this time right to Richardson. He'll go back to Manila for the cross. Quick little fake. Cross comes in now. Stayed on the ground with that one. Panditha deals with that one. Over the top. Richardson was onside. Almost had a run on that one. Mejia inside to Richardson. Back to Mejia for a strike. Not the worst effort.
Nothing wrong with that. And a good little layoff with a player with his back to goal. And Mejia is looking for the 1-2. Gets it back. I'm sure he'd like that one back again and get over the top of it a bit more and get a bit dip on it and keep it down. But worth a try. Certainly he's got that in his arsenal. He can hit him from there.
This one bouncing around back and forth. Finally taken down by UFV. What can the Cascades do moving forward here? This one looking for Minhas over the top. Had to slow himself down to try and corral it. Couldn't do it.
Minhas struggling to get that one. It's a little bit overplayed and he's really not much chance to get it down and play it back and keep possession. Tried his best to get a piece of it, but it was just a little bit too far past him. He's done well today, Minhas. He's worked hard and he's had a good contribution so far.
Geisbers looks over the top and finds a teammate there. The cross
That's
coming in now. Beautiful ball. What a finish.
Ball.
Flag stays down and UNBC goes up 1.
And again, I think they deserve to be 2-1 up with that sort of play. Terrific goal.
Michael Henman showing just why he had 18 on the season already, just 15 games coming into this one. That is 19th goal of the year. Beautiful finish, and his team's up 1.
That's a great header. It really is a good header. And he's caught the goalkeeper coming across the goal and headed back to where it came from, and he's caught the goalkeeper's no chance on it. It's not an easy header, but he's got up there and he's headed it back across. Terrific goal. Really well played.
Sonata looking to answer now for UFV as he finds Manila down the line. Back to Zanata, who turns in, looking for some space, looking to find Minhas in the box. Played in towards Henman. Played it back with his chest. Can they work it forward yet again?
There's been a couple of threats down that right side from UNBC, and they've got past the fullback. They've got pace to get past him, and the delivery is so important. But he's got past and he's got a good crossing. So I think that's something UNV have got to really look at and try and adjust to, because that could be a problem all night unless they do it.
Yes, it was a beautiful ball played in from the outside by Julian Daduika. And a beautiful ball from the back line.
Terrific attribute to the game. It's not a thing you can really coach. You can improve it a little bit by technique and how you run, what have you. But if you've got pace and you've got skill, you've got a chance. You've got something about you. And I think the pace there has caused problems.
Herman from Daduika in the 26th minute.
No, that was I get it.
So first half,
I think the
2-1.
game's been that good, Dom, that it's gone quick, hasn't it? You know, you look at, wow, only 16 minutes left. It's been entertaining and you can't take your eyes off it. It's really been a good performance by both teams. It's been very entertaining and good quality play as well.
Absolutely.
The standard every year in Canada West particularly is improving all the time. More skillful players, better understanding of the game, coaching's better, so it's improving all the time they play. Some very good players in this league.
Henman with the cross in, dealt with by the defender. Minhas corrals it, looks to Richardson, who had taken a step back. He's unable to time that run.
He's given a lot to ask there. It's a big ask. He's played that a little bit too far away from him. There's
Played
that
down
wing
the line.
down the pace again and down the right.
Can Daduika deliver another ball in? Shoots this time, rebounds there, slotted home.
And
Another
again,
good run up by second
commented
player.
how good Rangi has been in his play, and he's had a good game this half. But I'll tell you what, the right winger for UNBC needs a bit of mention as well. Terrific performance so far. And I don't know if he's finished yet either. Certainly not what UNV expected after being one up in the first minute.
Absolutely not.
By number 10, Abu Sise.
almost think you can put it in cruise control for the night when you score in the first minute, but it's been anything but that for the remainder of this first half. And the second player subbing in, by the way, for UFV was Junwon Choi. UNBC looking to put another one into the net here before this half is done. Anything is possible. Content for now to keep possession and slowly work their way up the field, though.
Dad Weaker playing really high up the field and causing a few problems. He's always going to be a threat.
Finally, UFV does put a little pressure on, and the keeper plays that one straight out. Over the top. Rangi put the pressure on there and forced one out of play.
Yeah, well defended though. He's tracked him down and did.
Can he get this one in? It looks like the player's a little deeper than they were on the last one. Can he get it there? Absolutely he can, but
Well defended
UNBC
again.
to it first. Rangi looking back down that side to Manila. Crosses one in quick. A good ball in. Muter to it first. Just out the side. Muter didn't quite get the pace on that header. It was a bit of a looping cross in.
Yeah, tough ball for him to deal with that. It's a little bit behind him. A floating ball as well. When it's floated in like that, you've got to get a lot of power on it to get it on target, and it's a tough ball. Add a little bit more pace on it. You just need to get a glance on it, and it's the momentum of the ball, the pace of the ball, and take it into the goal.
Played back, and Minor looking for some options forward. Looked for a moment like he might switch the field. Plays it back to Geisbers instead.
No matter what team you're playing, if you come away from home and score 3 goals, you're having a decent game, aren't you? And for UNBC to score 3 good goals, as quality as they've been as well, you've got to be careful. And the court square again. A little bit getting caught square at the back a little bit, UFV. One-on-ones, there should be another player covering, looking forward, and they're taking advantage of that.
Yep, they are, and it would have been
Did
the...
they call him offside on the play, or?
Yes, he was offside.
Yeah.
Henman just a step or two offside, and
Yeah.
definitely not the player UFV wants to see in alone.
There needs to be a little bit more movement off the ball for UFV in possession here. When the player gets the ball, he's not got a lot of options. Players need to get into passing lanes so they can play the simple pass.
Troy with a great little deflection finds Mejia. Mejia back to Brar. Good hit. Just
that was
misses
close.
the near post for himself there.
Yeah, have to hit the target if you want.
Crucial to close out this half strong for both sides. Do we have any more excitement in these last 10? Mejia finds a little bit of space. Moving forward now. Plays that ball into Brar. A little touch to the inside, but the defenders were tracking that well.
Needs a first time shot for me, that. I think he's trying to be cute and come inside on it. Got to get them shots in.
Long throw in. Zanata unable to get to it at the top of the box there. Race on for it now, won by Henman, who plays a great ball back to the middle now. Good header on here. Work it to the outside. Finds a little bit of space there. Tricked the defender a little bit. Good ball now. Back post. My goodness, what a run up to that goal, or to that chance.
I think it's Pandita there. He should have went in and won the tackle, pulled out of it, and almost cost him there, because that was a great ball across the goal. All it needs.
This one gonna swing in from the left footer.
A little bit high for me, that. Should be a defender's ball.
Defender does get to it first. Played back in.
Yeah.
First time, little ambitious, and Cokes.
Yeah, not a good strike. Goalkeeper's dealt with it pretty comfortably, as he should.
Brar back to Rangi.
pass. It needs to be a little bit quicker from UNB, a little bit slow, gives the other players on the opposition time to adjust and get the position better. They've got to play it a little bit quicker and move people out the way and create chances. Just a little bit slow and predictable.
Cascades looking for something down the far sideline. Mejia looking to play a tricky little ball in there to Manila, who commits the foul. First foul called on either side of the
game. There's not been a lot of anything to call, any poor tackles or bad fouls. So quite an even game that way. That's a good defensive header, that.
And his team able to come out with possession. Rangi works it forward. And a foul committed there by UNBC.
Waiting for it to come to him.
Looking to deliver something in the box here. No, a short one. Panditha now going to line something up. Decent ball played in just over the head of Sadhu. Keeper didn't deal with it that cleanly, but cleans up in the end, does Zadravec.
Yeah, that's a tough ball though. But when he plays straight balls down the middle, there's no angle on it for the player to come running onto. It's got to be a difficult header to head it straight back into the net. They need to build the play up a little bit wider to get crosses in, to give the players a chance to get in the box and come on to meet the ball.
Rangi.
It's got to be quicker. It's got to be passed quicker. Too slow.
Sadhu moves it up now. Sonata making a run, but looks him off and passes it back. Working it across to the far side now. Rangi with it in the middle. UFV waiting for something to open up here as they shift from side to side. Not a whole lot of options to look at. Plays one over the top now. Finally went for something crazy in the end, but the keeper had already went and got to it.
Again, on crosses, that's a ball in the box, and it's a hit and hope really for the player to get there. It's more difficult for defenders to deal with the ball the closer you get the ball to the goal line. So they've got to look at the player they're marking, they've got to look at the ball, and there's a bit of a turn of the head, and it gives them a bit of an advantage when the ball's played in for the forwards. And playing it in from there, they can see the ball, they can see the player they're marking. It's easier to defend against. So I think the need to get the ball further down that's exactly what UNBC have done on the goals. The pace of the way it's got down to the goal line, he's pulled it across, and it's
5 minutes now in this first half as we're up over the 40th minute. Anything else left in store in this first half? UFV hoping so, but unable to get possession off that throw.
Yeah, they've won the ball there and flicked on, but they're not winning the knockdowns. They're not alert and quick enough to get in and get the second phase and get on it and get something. UNBC are the quicker of the two when the ball's flicked on.
UNBC putting great pressure on to win these balls back. A couple good tackles in there. Greaves switching the field. Over the top now for Mando. Dealt with for now, but UNBC back on it. Little cut to the outside. Panditha gets a foot to it, makes him reset. To the outside now, a couple touches. Can Ben Kev find any space? He'll lay it off. Ando. Back to his back line. UFV not allowing anything through here. But UNBC retaining that possession. Working towards the middle. Dangerous ball played in, and Barrett got to it last second, or Muter, pardon me.
Good play that to get that out of there. There's a player lined up at the back waiting for it.
That one headed back into a dangerous spot, but it ends up on the foot of Mejia, out of trouble. Brar plays it back. A lot of space on this near side. They'll keep it over there for now. Rangi forward. Manila take a few steps back. Looking for some options. Tries to switch the field. Hit that one a little bit, but Choi's able to recover.
Got to be a better ball from Manila. It's got to come into midfield and then play there to get a more accurate pass played. It's a long ball to try and play, and it was in too far behind him. Got to be a bit better quality than that if they want to get something out of the game.
Choi looking for something in the box, but unable to find it. Cisse corrals it, slows it down. Preston to the outside. UNBC back on possession. We'll hope they can close out the half just like this. Pressure coming in the form of Mejia. It's going to force the keeper to do something with it here. Keeper makes a pretty good pass there with it. Well dealt with. Good little play to keep possession by UNBC. And they keep it coming forward on a little bit of sloppy defense. Greaves plays it back, and Ando looks to go right back to that corner. Looking for that cross in. Sadu gets the block in, and it's out for a corner.
Yeah, a little bit of sloppy play there, trying to give UNBC the game to bed.
Certainly would feel that way. Huge moment here to end the first half, dealt with by Caux.
Decent cross in, but Caux has done well on that one.
Ando with another chance to cross in here. Little fake, got himself over to his right foot, but couldn't get it forward. Over the top now, player there at the back post, just out of his reach and just out of play.
I don't think they've got out quick enough to close down UFV. I think they could be out quicker and prevent that cross from coming in. And they're just a little bit slow and a little bit hesitant on pushing out. If in doubt, push out, get tight, block crosses, block shots. They've not done that well tonight.
That one taken down by Brar, works to the middle. Couldn't quite find Choi, didn't lead him enough on that pass. Venket to the middle. Sonata trying to track down Ando, who plays a good ball down the line, but just out of the reach of Daduika. 1 minute of added time only in this first half. Back and forth action the whole time. Not many stoppages besides 4 goals.
Yeah. It's been a good, entertaining half, to be quite honest. Dedwika has had a strong game down that right side and caused nothing but problems for UFV. And from my view from here, he looks the best player so far this half. We'll get a better view of him in the second half down this side here, but he's certainly been a factor in the score.
Looking towards his area there was his defender, but turned over. UFV, do they get one more chance before half? Not much time left here. Panditha takes it towards the middle. Taking off his foot there. Does UNBC have one last chance? Good ball flicked over the top. Manila dealt with it well, though.
Panditha having a bit of a tough night tonight. He's caused a few problems for himself. They've had a good half, and UFV really have to regroup, reorganise. And I can't see who's any changes as of yet. But here we go, we've kicked off, and let's hope for another entertaining half as much as the first half was.
There's a substitute right there, getting an early touch in. William Stewart came on at the half.
There you go.
Choi plays that forward. Good to see Choi out here, seeing his first action of the season as he's been hurt all year, the 5th-year player. See if he can have any effect on this game, as he's looked fairly solid in his short run he had in the first half. Mejia, unable to track it down in the middle, still fighting for it. Foul committed on Cisse, laying on the ground there. Well done to take that one quick. Sonata looked for something over the top, didn't have an option. Sonata working in towards the box now. Panditha. Did that one go off a hand?
No, he's called offside on the play of the referee, but I thought he could have played that with his left foot, and he's gone with his right foot, which is a more difficult ball, sending back towards the goalkeeper. But offside diffuses all that anyway.
Certainly does. There's Cisse playing it back. Cisse and Dudwaki, a dangerous duo in the first half on this side. Dudwake, pardon me, 2 assists in that first half. Cisse, a goal and an assist. Mejia will be having to deal with a lot of them in the second half here on this side. Mejia works to the middle, though. Finds a pass there. Can Zanata find any space? No, he's cut off there. Henman with a great little turn there. Finds some space. Well done to stay on that ball. Tried doing a little too much to make it to the outside.
Yeah, another good chance. And again, they're getting caught one-on-one with a very good player, and that needs to be adjusted. They need to have some cover in behind there and make sure that that doesn't happen again. And Gisbers is he's a bit of a handful up front, isn't he? And he's always on the front foot looking to get in behind and uses his bodies well. So UFV have got to be a little bit careful getting caught one-on-one there.
Played to the
Teams
outside
a little bit spread out there. There's a big gap in midfield,
Yeah.
a lot of space to play in. It needs to be more compact. The back four have to push out of the back five when they've got possession and keep the distances the same, similar between the defenders and the midfield players and the midfield players and the forwards. And they need to adjust that. That's something that needs to be worked on.
Does Panditha have room here? He is onside. Plays it back. Mahia. Good first touch to create a little space. Works back now. Can he get the cross in? He does now. Back post. Manila couldn't get free.
Yeah, we're trying to work his way back and get a cross in.
Keeper now. Zadravec. Looks to put one deep upfield. Who can get to this one first? Stewart does. Heads it down. Can Manila win the battle? Well done by Manila to win that one. Richardson to the outside. Taken out there. Free kick given.
Yeah, foul. Just need to try to get back into this game. The earlier the better for them. Again, the delivery and the wide players on possession needs to get a good delivery in. Not the best one there, but it might get a corner if it goes. Not quite.
Stays just in play. Given away though. Now back to the middle. Zanata with a chance in. Plays it back. Up to the top. A hit now. Can't quite get it towards goal. Mahia. Can he work something towards goal? Over to Stewart. Brar now. Back to the top of the box. Waiting for something to open up. Can Manila deliver one in? Goes for one on ground. Dealt with by the first defender. Henman with a good pass forward. Played all the way back. Now forward. Good slide in there by Zanata to break it up. Trying to come back the other way with it. Manila waiting for some help. That one played out of play.
Not a lot of options for him to play that ball or pass the ball. A lot of players watching, see what he's going to do, instead of trying to get into a good passing position. Again, the work off the ball is so important, and a lot of times it's neglected as part of coaching and the coach the players on the ball, but there's more times when you don't have the ball than you do. So they're the times you need to be working on where you should be, how to change your angles, how to support.
Muter over the top. That one doesn't have enough check on it to sit down for Zanata. Haven't had much of the possession in this second half, much like the first half started, so that's not an uncomfortable position for them.
It's possession with purpose. When they get possession,
right,
they look more dangerous. UFV get possession and they're a bit predictable at times, and it's easier to defend against that. You need to outsmart, outcoach, outplay the opposition. And at this point in the game, UNBC looked the more cunning of the two teams and trying to pass the way and play the way out of it.
Choi tried to play one in towards the middle.
It's a giveaway, though. It's a simple pass giveaway, that. It needs to be a little bit more accurate. You've got to keep possession. They're giving the ball away far too early and far too easily. So they need to... When you get in situations like this where you're giving it away a lot, you've really got to get everybody to talk on the field and say, play it simple, play it simple. And I don't know if we're getting that. They're looking to play that killer pass to get a goal back and be back in the game, when really what they need to do is just play it simple, keep possession, build your confidence, and get back into the game that way.
Good tackle to recover there by Choi. Can they gain possession here? They can't, but out for a throw the way of UFV. Manila on the throw. Waiting for some options. He'll turn back and find Choi. Little room here as Muter gets it on the near sideline as UFV tries to work something up the field. Mahia back towards the middle. Good ball in towards Richardson, who falls down after the first touch there. Dangerous ball played in towards the area of Henman. Kelks has to come out and make a play.
Once again, caught the square at the back, and the player's got pace to get in behind. There needs to be one marking him behind and one covering that player. And normally it's the player on the field where there's not possession, and they tuck in and become the covering player, and they just look a little bit square. And that's one of the dangers of playing with three at the back. They don't get into that covering position. They're all sitting in a line.
Richardson comes to put the pressure on and able to keep it in play. One back by Stewart. A little bit of space now. Has a hit. Struck decently well, but well wide of the net.
Yeah, worth an effort from Stewart there. It's in a
For a goal kick here.
Yeah, I think in the conditions like this, screw-ins would be for me, and less chance of getting stuffed up with grass and mud than you have with multi-studs. Screw-ins should be the best, especially in the back four, the back five players. They should all be wearing screw-ins, in my opinion. Used to get fined at the Whitecaps if you didn't wear screw-ins in the grass in the back. You had to wear screw-ins so you didn't slip and give a goal away.
Beautiful ball played down the line to Cisse. What can they make of it here? Played back in towards the middle. Back now down the line to Cisse. Muter gets a foot in there to break it up.
Good tackle to diffuse. My opinion is spot on. He's moved away from the defenders and not standing in the middle, and that's what you want to do. You want to drag people out of positions.
Cross coming in here from the top of the box in a dangerous spot. Cisse still has it on his foot. Back to the top of the box. Well hit. Just missed the near post. And a UNBC player's down in the from the referee for his complaints. On we go. Sonata heads it forward towards Richardson, who gets not quite enough of a flick on that one.
UFV struggling a bit to get the ball higher up the field in possession.
Yeah.
They're looking to play long balls and getting flick-ons and trying to get something that way. They need to get established possession higher up the field if they want to look like scoring.
That one played over the top. Cisse's got a race for it, Kelks.
Good goalkeeping. Brave, confident, and did the job, held on to it. It's not an easy ball for him to get that, but he did very well there, Kelks. Again, UNBC causing problems and getting into more scoring opportunities than UFV in the second half. They looked the better team so far this half too.
Rangi looking to push the pace up pitch, but he'll slow it down now as he finds Choi on the far sideline. Choi up the wing. Gets it back.
Again, just being critical maybe, but UAV, when they get the ball on the wide position or whatever they get it, all the players are looking at him saying, what are you going to do with it? Instead of running into positions to get passes to make him make his decision easier by playing, having passing options. They're watching, see what you're going to do with it, and there's really nothing on.
This one in towards the box, but bit of a wasteful ball all the way into the keeper. He'll elect to roll it out short. Richardson puts the pressure on, forces a long pass, and that'll be back in UFV's position via throw. He'll have to move back down the line to retake that one. Muter with a switch of the field over to Choi. Some room to move it forward now. Tries to play it quick. Another throw taken quickly. Will any space open up, switching back this way? Panditha towards the middle. Richardson flicks it towards goal, but that's about all he could do. Zadravec taking his time, coming up with this one. Rolls it forward, and UFV puts a little bit of pressure on here. Now results in a turnover, but unable to keep it with Stewart. Flicked over the top now. Big burst of speed from Henman down the sidelines there. Put the pressure on a little bit, forced to throw. Good throw to lead the player in there towards the box, but Barrett's able to play it off of him.
I think both UFV players there ball watching the ball and got each other where to go and what to do. And I think it's a problem when you get caught ball watching that you let players get in behind you. Certainly the case there.
Possession stolen back. Has a hit there. Able to keep it in play. No, he
And he's
wasn't.
given a corner kick to the assistant referee.
Can UNBC change that here? And really put a stranglehold on this one. Good chance here on the corner.
A little bit high for me.
Off of Muter.
That's
In
a
the end
defender's ball all day for me, that. The longer it's in the air.
Yeah.
For UNBC, it's
The lefty stands over top of this one as they switch sides on the corner. What can he deliver here? Little shorter one played. In a dangerous spot, but a foul called on UNBC.
better delivery there, but foul on the play. Gives the ball away.
Muter works it up quick. Panditha. Back to the middle where Stewart's got a little bit of time to pick something out. Back to Cokes as they reset. UFV certainly needs the next one in this match if they want to have any chance of managing 1 or 3 points from this one. They'll have to be able to keep a little bit of possession to do so. Push in the back as Henman got possession for that one.
For reasons saying when they've done well and what have you, but I've got to be honest, that's a poor decision.
Let Henman trick him on that one. And it results in a good chance, but Kauk's able to deal with it. Mejia forward now. Thought he could find Richardson down the line, didn't quite have the angle. So thankfully that free kick doesn't result in anything, but unnecessary yellow card in Rangi's book. Panditha back to the middle of the Stewart. He'll have some time to pick out a pass. Can't quite find Choi down the wing, and the rush is on the other way. Counter attack. Dealt with for now. Can they get to the far side? They can't. Cisse's got some room. Played it back to the middle, but Muter in position. Didn't know much about defending that one.
Where they can hold it, build the play up, get the midfield players involved. It's hit and hope.
Corner coming in towards the middle. UFV able to clear. Rangi moving forward. Player got back with a little slide tackle. Race on forward now on the far sideline. Manila gets there first but can't retain possession.
The Rangi one, it's not right. He should never have been booked for that.
UNBC unable to make anything of that, but lucky to get possession back. To the corner now. Flag stays down. Ball in towards the middle, but right at Cokes.
Well, UFV's got possession again then, give it away so simply. They're giving the ball away far too easily. They've got to start keeping possession. And they should be screaming at each other just to say, play it simple, pass it. Don't give it away. Play it short. Play it the simplest pass you can. There's another hit and hope ball given away. They're trying to win the game by one great pass and do everything, when really they need to understand, play it simple, get it, build your confidence up, and drag players from the opposition out of the way to get played in behind. They're trying to get $1 million pass in instead of playing simple.
Yeah. Choi goes down hard after going up for that header. Dealt with forward. And will it be out for a corner? Going right towards the corner. Out for a throw, I believe.
See, I'm looking at the player in behind to cover. They've got that now, but it was done too slowly. That's got to be done sharp.
Manila with the long throw. Zanata in the area. Can't get a Richardson on it now. Dealt with for now. And called back for a foul. The impact that we've come to seeing from him in a lot of games this season.
No, I mean, you expect a bit more because he's had a good season and he's been a dominant figure in most of the games he's played. But it's difficult to expect players to play well every game, and we all want to see that, but it's not as easy as it looks. That's a
What
good
a
shot
hit
and a good
there.
save. Absolutely great
Henman
shot.
showing why he now has 19 on the year.
And a
He
good
can
save.
really strike that.
They're not doing well. They've got to know how to get out of that problem, which is playing things simple and build your confidence, and I don't think enough players do that.
Also, probably wasn't as noticeable tonight as he played a little bit more of a defensive role, showing his versatility. He plays all over the field for this team.
I think Mahia's not done as well tonight either, but he hasn't had a lot of support. And when he's had the ball, he's had to do a lot on his own. He's not got anybody to play off. He needs somebody to play off to get it back. He's a crafty little player, but when he gets it, he's got too much to do because he's left on his own. They need to work on those plays to develop and build up and get the best out of what each player has.
That one kept in on the line. Stewart, as they're able to switch the field. Muter has it now. Muter with some options. Goes inside to Mejia. Mejia cuts back looking for some space over to Richardson. Good ball back to Richardson. It was
That's
Zanata
better.
that played it back to Richardson.
That's better. That's a decent build-up. It's done with an intent and a shot on target. Not the best shot, but a shot on target. That's an improvement. That's much better from UFV. A lot of times when you get the ball in midfield or even at the back, you see a lot of the forwards turning and running forward instead of turning the other way and coming facing the ball, show for the ball, want the ball rather than getting it over the top. It's a bit too predictable.
Shouldered off the ball there, but ref calls it back for a foul on Preston. Taken quickly. Rangi over the top looking for Richardson. Mejia will have to race to it. Mejia, little spin, looking for some space. He found a little but couldn't beat the third defender. Muter switches the field. Is UFV putting the pressure on just a little bit here. Good ball played now in towards Mejia. Mejia cuts back, chance for a cross now. Can't quite get it towards goal.
Well defended, and he's done well to get a little half a yard to try and get a shot in, but the defender stayed with him tight and comfortable, didn't panic, and had a good block in there. Good defending.
Nobody making their way towards the keeper on the cross from Choi there.
Some people look at the striker's job, and I've always had this conversation and maybe have a little different outlook. Some people say, what's your job as a striker? To score goals. And I've always said, no, it's not. Your job as a striker is to bring other people into the game, to hold the ball and bring other people into the game. Scoring goals is a bonus from the position you'll get into by the chances you'll create by bringing other people into the game. And I think a lot of them lose track of it, and they're looking to get in behind and score every time. Come and hold the ball, keep possession, spin off, get in behind players, and you'll create more chances than you will just by looking for that long ball over the top. Having said that, a player like the number 9 here for UNBC, who's very quick and very pacey, has been brilliant in getting one-on-one and over the top and getting at people and caused problems with that. So you play to your strengths, but if things aren't going well getting it over the top, come and hold it, play, spin off, somebody else come in and you're moving their defenders around.
Craig Panditha will probably move a little ways back. Kular will slot into the middle. Mejia, as the UFV players scream at the official there, thought it should have been a handball. Don't know if it was or not, but the ref certainly didn't have the angle to see it. Panditha up the wing. Cross attempted in there by new substitute Kular. He plays one in towards the box, ends up in a dangerous spot, can't get it towards goal. Another chance to now, though. In towards it now. Off a body and out for a corner.
Yeah, that's better that. To the goal line, trying to get across.
Balls towards the box from out deep.
And the delivery here has to be another quality delivery if they have a chance, if they want to have a chance.
Towards the near post. Still on UFV possession. Sonata can't turn and make anything of it.
And there's
Break
that
could
pace
be on
again.
here. Was he pulled down?
And is he last man back?
The
He's gonna
referee
red card
does
him.
reach for his
He's
red.
off. And they've not adjusted to the threat, and it's caused a problem here where they've got a man sent off.
Number
Yes, the whole back line having trouble. Well, the whole Cascades team really just having trouble with the pace of this UNBC team. Definitely a lot different look than some of the teams we've seen over the last few weekends that have been really big teams. This is a smaller, more skilled, speedy team.
Yeah, they're a little bit off tonight. It's not been their best performance, and that's been brutally honest. But it's not the end of the world for them. I mean, there's still a chance, even if they lose tonight, of being in the playoffs. They have to keep that in mind. I'm not sure if the players know what's going on in other games, whether they're aware of it or not, but they still could be in the playoffs, so they've got something to play for. But really a poor performance when you want to build momentum of going into the playoffs, if indeed they do get in the playoffs.
Getting there just in time was Muter. Aim for Julian Daduika. Daduika had a great game today, couple assists, made a lot of plays happen off that wing.
Yeah, he's had a strong game. He's been up for player of the match for me. He's one of them anyway. But to get tonight over and everybody's healthy and not yellow carded or red carded, see what happens on Sunday.
Flicked in towards the back post. Kelks reaches back and gets a hand to it. Still some trouble to deal with. Back out for now. Ando plays it back in. Waiting for his players to make a run here. Gets one towards the back post. Out now, top of the 18. Cut in. Kelks able to swallow that one up. Can the Cascades show any more fight in this one? Given away too easily there. Break almost on, but a little bit of a slip from Henman. That one looking for Richardson just out of his reach. Beat a couple defenders with that long ball, but they do have to play it out.
Ball with a
Richardson on the throw here. Waiting for some options to come around. Muter with it now. Muter thought about the long ball over the top for a moment. Stewart with it now.
Oh,
Sonata reaches out for it. A tough bounce on him there on these slick conditions. Minhas back into the game here for the final 15 or so. A little bit of back and forth here from Barrett as he decides where to attack this one. He'll leave it up to Zanata to move it forward. Zanata over to Stewart. Mejia with some room now. Working it well up the field here. Good run of play from UFV, but it's wasted in the end by Minhas. Can't get that cross in.
Well, it's the best passing sequence I've had in the second. You talk about carving other teams up. That's how you do that, with just simple passes and simple runs, players wanting to be on the ball. And it's difficult to mark against that stuff, but the cross has to be better than that.
Stewart lucky he didn't make better contact there. Was a little bit late on the tackle. Ando plays it back, and Richardson will chase down the keeper. Zadrovic has to make a play. Able to do so, just keeping it in play on that far sideline. Looking for something over the top now. Henman making a run.
It's a great run as well. I don't know if anybody will pick that up, but what he's done is he's ran 3 or 4 yards back towards the goal, curved his run, then gone. That's to keep him on side. That's an intelligent run, which 9 out of 10 people won't see, but it's a really good run.
Dangerous chance here, hit hard, rebound still there. They'll have another chance at it, but Stewart gets his foot in there. UNBC, I think they got a little too lax on that one. They had so many guys forward, so many good options to pass to, they took it a little too lax. Good touch in there. Henman with a hit. Henman showing his skills again on that first touch to create himself a little space.
Well, you have to say UNBC look the more likely to score. They've had the crane start for UFV in the first minute, and they've progressively gone downhill.
Good cross in, a lot of pace on it. The UNBC player's down. He's going to let it go as they have a scoring chance. He'll call it back now and check on that player. Looks like he's... And
I believe it's the top 2 that get in the playoffs that will go through from the playoffs to the nationals, which is the goal of every team. They want to get to the finals and nationals and compete with the best teams in the league in all the divisions. And I must say, from my experience, they're all good, strong divisions. But BC are the west side has always been one of the stronger divisions.
Cisse, quick little play back there.
From my times that I've been to nationals and watched all these, I have different times where a lot of new players come in and they struggle a little bit till they get their knowledge and experience. But Canada West always one of the stronger teams, and that's evident by the number of teams from the west side that have won the nationals.
Flag stays down on the offside. UFV able to get possession back. Richardson. Not many bodies moving forward as they're a man down, but he'll try and play something in. Back to Stewart. Had to play it back as they didn't have many options going forward, but Stewart's cross bounces off a body. Played out now to the back and staying on that far side. Keeping possession here for the first time since having a man sent off. Minhas to the outside. Making a run himself is Muter. Defender getting a foot in. Minhas back up at the top. He'll look to play one in towards the box. Richardson couldn't take it down like he wanted. A chance here though.
Yeah, a bit of a wild swipe from the defender there,
Yeah.
given a chance, but struck right at the goalkeeper who's held it quite comfortably. Get these back players out and push them up. They've looked quite comfortable, really, UNBC, after a horrendous start, going a goal down. They've really worked their way back in the game and played very well, and certainly been the better of the two teams so far tonight.
Cisse doing well to create some space for himself in the middle. He gets it back, and UNBC trying to move it forward, gives it away. Stewart up the wing. Richardson now with it at his feet. Decent ball played forward looking for Brzezina, but didn't have the pace on it. Lucky to get possession back. Can they work anything off the throw? Good throw leading Richardson in. Tried to just throw something in towards the goal area. Blocked again. Another try here from far sideline. Whipped in this time towards the near post. Unable to get it past that first defender. Cisse now with a pass down the wing.
Free kick for UNBC and a bit of a lunging tackle there. They've defended well, they've been disciplined, they've been relaxed, and they've been confident, but they've blocked everything. They've blocked all the crosses, they've blocked shots, and they've eliminated the chances. They've defensively by far the better team today. In possession, they've been a better team as well. There's a good chance you're going to win when you do that.
Richardson shoulders off the opponent, finds a little bit of space, but due to the sheer numbers out there for UNBC, they get all over him
tonight from UAV. They've given the ball away far too easily.
Henman with a little shoulder there to Zanata. Zanata rolls over and shakes.
It's disappointing when you see them not have a game when they go into it, that there's nothing to lose. And it's one of these games tonight. I'm not sure that they know where they stand or how things are going to be in the playoffs, but they need to be a little bit better, obviously. But I think if they do get in the playoffs, the attitude will change and the confidence will come in, and there'll be a different outlook towards the game.
Minhas turns back as under 3 minutes remaining in the 90.
And if UNBC have got a chance to be in the playoffs, I think they've got a great base to build on after tonight's performance. They've done really, really well tonight, playing away from home.
Brzezina in towards the box, but dealt with by the defender. Sonata chests it in towards Kular, but nothing doing there. Down the line by Sayers. Gets it back. He'll look over the top now in the area to Brzezina. UFV really just trying to play this ball around and play out the clock, I think. Not too much conviction on any of their runs forward, a man down. Richardson puts a little pressure on. Ball comes over the top. Muter takes it down nicely and out to the wing. Over the top to Richardson, who came back from an offside
Richardson
position.
just caught offside and offside when the start when it's kicked. So well done, the assistant referee on the far side, and the correct call is an offside call.
4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes.
Under a minute left as we reach the 90th minute. A little bit of stoppage time to come. Cutting to the inside. Richardson looks to cut him off. He keeps going. Beats a couple. Feeds it off. Cutting to the middle now. Good hit with the left. Just outside. Definitely the right foot is his strong one, but tried it with the outside to the left on that one. Only option he had with how little space he had, but almost made something out of nothing.
Yeah, Henman there with a chance, and he's had a strong game as well. He's been a threat up front and just didn't quite catch that one right with his left foot, but a good chance nonetheless.
The referee has indicated 4 stoppage time minutes.
Minimum 4 minutes of added time.
Fireworks come in these final minutes, but looking like it's all but wrapped up for UNBC here tonight.
I think UNBC will see this one off, and UFV will be quite happy to get out and get in the showers and regroup for Sunday's game.
Be ready to hop in a hot shower for sure. This turned out to be quite the chilly night out here in the rain.
Yeah, it's unusual for the players to play in the rain this season.
Yeah.
They've had a terrific weather for the season already with the sunshine and the dry weather. But back to normal BC weather here tonight. They say it only rains twice in BC, once for 6 months and once for 4 months. And we're just starting that this week.
Yeah, looks like it. UNBC, will they push up field and go for one more? Good play down the line, creates some space. They're onside. Ball into the top of the box. Minhas deals with it. Richardson unable to get to it, but his teammates do. Minhas with a little bit of room to work forward. Minhas out to the wing. Kular looked to play on Brzezina, who gave his opponent a little bit of a shove there.
And again, well defended there. The back players have really done well, staying with their man, playing it simple, not diving in, just getting a foot in when needed to, getting tackles in, blocking shots. They've done a terrific job tonight. The accolades will all go to the strikers who have scored the goals, but really the defenders have been outstanding tonight for UNBC.
It's Minhas. Wall gets it. And the break could be on now for UNBC. Henman with a burst. Does get to it first. Saw the keeper out of position and tried to hit it first time, but right into Caux's waiting arms.
And outpacing the defender again.
Yeah, Henman won almost every race down whatever side he's racing down in this one. Brzezina looking for some space. Can he find it down the line? That one just out of play. Couldn't ever find the space to get that cross in.